Let's bow our heads and pray. Lord, we come to you, thanking you for this opportunity to come together to improve our community. Please bless our citizens and city leadership and give this community guidance and understanding in all matters discussed. In your name, amen. You guys like it? Will you do roll call?
Commissioner Holder? Commissioner Kerr?
Here.
Commissioner Jackson?
Here.
Vice Chairman Knight?
Here.
Chairman Horner?
Here. All right, first order of business is to approve the January 6th, 2026 minutes.
I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Call for a vote.
Commissioner Kerr?
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson?
Yes.
Vice Chair Knight?
Yes.
Chairman Horner?
Yes. All right, we'll go to the public hearings section. Paul, do you have any update on that first? Has that been canceled?
Yeah, they have officially voted or sent in their removal of the agenda.
Okay, so the property located on Cemetery Road, they have removed that from our agenda. All right, we'll move to the second one is possible consideration and approval for a permitted located on 4409 West Main.
The applicant approached the staff with a desire to get a conditional use permit for the property in order to have a liquor store. Beer, wine, and liquor stores are restricted in commercial zones, and use is only permitted upon review and approval of the Durant Zoning and Planning Commission. After our TAC meeting, the overall staff recommendation was to approve the conditional use permit. The applicant and the property owner are both present if you have any direct questions for them.
Is this property being sold to the applicant, the owner
No.
of the applicant?
I don't believe so, no. Lease.
Okay, at least.
You can come on up here.
Go ahead and state your name.
I'm Harold Losey. I'm with Cedar Ridge Holdings.
Okay. Go ahead and give us what you're planning on doing with that property.
We're just a liquor store.
Any questions for applicant?
I had one question. The property owner, and I think Paul said that
She's
they're here. Okay.
Miss Walker.
Okay. I didn't see in your application where you were granted permission to change this, even though it wasn't your property. So I wanted to make sure the property owner was okay with you requesting this change.
We did receive a copy of the lease agreement that I have on file.
There you go. Thank you.
Will Cedar Ridge LLC be applying for the liquor license?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can an LLC in the state of Oklahoma apply for a liquor license?
Yes, sir.
Any other discussion?
So, I get that you're applying for a liquor license. What type of liquor license are you applying for?
Retail.
Have you talked to an attorney about your LLC applying for a liquor license?
I have not.
I think you might be mistaken on that one.
Okay.
Because there are some types of liquor sales that an LLC can apply to do,
Mm-hmm.
but a retail is not one of them.
Okay.
So it's not hard to fix that and have a person obtain that license on behalf of the LLC, but you're probably going to have an individual or somebody do that. So
It will be the actual owner, Thomas Cannon of Cedar Ridge.
So the LLC is going to apply for the liquor license or the individual?
The owner of the LLC, which I'm a member of Cedar Ridge Holdings as well, but the actual owner Mr. Thomas Cannon, he will get the liquor license.
But there's no liquor license yet been applied for?
No, sir, we
Okay.
can't get a liquor license until we get everything squared away with the city and get a COO and all that stuff.
Do you know what your timeline is gonna be on that liquor license?
2 to 6 months.
So here's my concern, because the city council, we're a recommendation board, so we just send the recommendation on to city council, but we could make that recommendation subject to you getting the liquor license, and the city can do that, but there are some time constraints on that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a little afraid that 2 to 6 months is gonna be outside your time constraints.
Okay, is there anything we can do to modify or assist?
Is it worth tabling?
I mean, we can table it, and that can give you a little more time to get that
Okay.
addressed.
Okay.
That's something we could do. I mean, that's a possibility if that's a request that you're
Okay,
making.
yes, ma'am, yeah. We'll just be at the mercy of the state waiting on the Able Commission to issue the license. I mean, I can't give a definite timeline on, what or when them guys will do.
That's why I was kind of asking, because, I mean, deadline-wise from the city, we're looking at 45-ish days. If you're looking at 2 months to 6 months, you're not gonna hit that 45 days.
Yeah. And I would be glad to, if I need to come back to, to speak with you guys about extending the deadline or whatever needs to be done, I'm open to that as well.
Any other questions for applicant? I know there's probably some people here that's maybe for or against. If they would like to speak, they can have the floor. If you come to the mic and state your name.
I'm Charlene Tucker, and my property is adjacent to this property on the east and the south. I don't have an objection to the liquor license per se, but the fact that it is next door to a 24-hour dispensary is my concern. They're two separate buildings, and there's just a driveway in between the two. And I'm just a little worried about the proximity of the two entities together. I don't know if the city has some kind of guidelines for that, but that's my question.
I'm not aware of any guidelines currently that would prohibit them from being side by side. I do think, and I'm not in the liquor business by any means, but I do think that there's I think it's regulated by the state as to what the liquor store hours can be.
Right.
And I don't think that's past midnight, if I'm correct. But as far as what our ordinances state, there's nothing that would prevent those two uses from being next door to each other.
But the city could control those things if they have a mind to.
They surely could, yeah.
Yeah. I was just having a question.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
for,
you.
appreciate it. Any others for or against? Any discussion?
Shane, I don't know if you wanted to mention the ordinance, just so that council's aware, maybe
Well,
Paul can bring that up.
yeah, Paul, one thing that I did look at in our ordinance is on conditional use. Item 7 on our conditional use requirements says that if there's another regulatory agency that requires a license for this particular use, that they should have that license in hand. I'm not sure how that would work.
Yeah, I know with Able,
Or
we've,
if, like Whitney was saying earlier, if this were to pass, that it would pass contingent upon
yeah.
them receiving that license.
Because I know with Able, what we ran into with a lot of our bars in town when we were working with them is Able wouldn't give them the license until we gave them the okay. We wouldn't give them the okay until Able gave them the license, and we fell into some catch-22s. So a lot of it, we did use the permitting process as a holdup of, hey, we're gonna okay this so that Able can give you your license, but we're not allowing you to open until we see that license, so.
Would it make sense to table till the April meeting, being that it would be at least 2 months? Would that,
I mean, it's fine with me. As long as we set it to a date specific on the tabling, doesn't really necessarily matter when we table it to.
Is there something the applicant's gonna be able to tell us in the next 2 months?
At that point, they could at least tell us where the application is and if it's pending at that point or if they've been sent back. So, assuming that they get on the ball, I would talk to somebody who knows this process. They should at least have a direction at that point. Realistically, I think this is more like a 6-month wait at this point. I may be mistaken about that because I don't do a lot of liquor licenses, so I
Me
don't
neither,
know.
so. I've dealt with a lot of bars so far, but no, this will be my first liquor store to know how that process looks on that end, so.
what's the date of the April meeting?
The 7th?
I move to table 3B to the April 7th meeting.
I'll second.
We have a motion and second. Call for a vote.
Commissioner Kerr,
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Knight,
Yes.
Chairman Horner.
Yes. Paul, do you have any new business?
Just something to bring up to make y'all aware of. As a few of you know, we've started a steering committee for the new code rewrite. That first meeting will be in March, and there'll be, I think, 3 or 4 meetings throughout that process. I do have a list of everything we've brought up in these discussions that we would like to see added to that and changed, and everything's been sent over to the code rewrite company that's going to be doing that. And as part of that steering committee, everything that we've been brought up, you will get firsthand accounts on how that's being changed and put into the new ordinance. So, and that is it.
All on the new business, what I was asking for when we're listing the items that we're working on, we have a much greater list of items that we've requested. I want to put them all on there.
Okay.
That way, they're at least a reminder for us to cover them and see where we're at.
We were going to clarify that with you
Yep.
today once we met with you, because we had discussed it after that last planning commission meeting, and we didn't know exactly what all was wanting to be put on there, but
Yeah,
yeah.
and just to be clear, I don't think that we'll make progress on every item every month, but
Yeah.
this way maybe they won't fall through the cracks.
Yeah,
and
gotcha.
They'll be on our minds. Yeah,
So, we can make that happen.
thanks.
Any other business? Any motion for adjournment?
I move to adjourn.
I'll second.
Call for a vote.
Commissioner Kerr,
Yes.
Commissioner Jackson,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Knight,
Yes.
Chairman Horner.
Yes.
So moved.